what does it mean to be non-attached? But also, how do you balance that with feeling like you have dreams, visions, purposes, missions? And you probably hear the term non-attached quite often from the yoga spiritual word. Be non-attached, be non-attached. Then we can be more content in the moment, right? If we're not attached to the results, then we can be fine with how anything goes. And I had this realization this morning while I was meditating, so I thought I would just share this thought with you on the concept of non-attachment. So what I want to say is more of what non-attachment is not. Non-attachment is not going after your dreams and your visions. What was happening this morning was I was chanting a chant that was my favorite chant when I lived in the yoga community. And I'd sit there in my white apartment every morning chanting this chant. I want only thee, Lord, thee, only thee. And it's the one I know how to play the best on my harmonium because I've done it so much. And I don't normally play that one for the meditation group because it's not something that everyone relates to. So I get to do it when I'm doing my own meditation. But maybe sometimes when you're doing something or you hear something, you smell something, it's like an anchor of something that's happened in the past and you relive a past experience. And as I was chanting this morning, it brought me back to those moments in the yoga community where I just sat there by myself all the time, chanting this chant and meditating and saying, oh yes, all I want is God. All I want is God. That's all I need, nothing else. And my concept of God at the time, though, was that God was, in a sense, something outside of myself. That God wasn't necessarily in everything in the world. That there were things in the world that weren't God. But I still had in the back of my mind, in the back of my visions, in the back of my energy, hi Joe, that I had things I wanted to do in this world. Things I wanted to live and experience. But my interpretation from what I was taught was just sit there and sing that chant. Give up anything that I ever believe in and just follow the mold of basically what I'm asked to do. And not have a lot of stuff, but I would say if that's your vision, if it's your vision to not own a lot, to be content without doing much, to just be told by others what you should do and not have a personal agenda or idea coming through, then yes, that makes sense. But when you have visions, I feel it's important to listen to them, to follow them, to allow them to capture life and speak to you. To me, the visions come from God. To me, everything is God. So doing those missions is my way of connecting with God. Experiencing everything in life because everything is God is a way of connecting with God. And it was very amazing when I realized everything is God. And we need to follow that inspiration of what's coming through. And we don't need to be divided in the world and say, well, this is good and this is bad. I'm going to do this. I'm not going to do this. I'm going to stay away from this. I'm going to do this. And separating ourselves from this world that has been created by us, for us. Who knows, right? Why it was created. But I feel it's here for us to experience other facets of God that we couldn't otherwise if we weren't here. And so I wanted to share that thought and just that connection with God. And that being non-attached doesn't mean that you don't go after your dreams. But it can mean that you're okay with seeing how the results of what happens in life serves you. That you're okay seeing your vision be changed. The ideas that you created be changed. So in a sense, we can also be non-attached to what vision we have. I created a vision at the beginning of this year I wrote out a whole plan. I was going to do a day-long retreat once a quarter and a workshop once a month. I created the titles for all of them. I mean, all of them pretty much are things I've done before, but I created a schedule of all of that. And I got through the first program. I had people signed up for it. And the coronavirus started. I just threw the plan out the window and said, what's next? What is supposed to happen now? And all of a sudden, more than in the past, because I hadn't gone after it, people were interested in doing one-to-ones with me in neuro-linguistic programming. And it shifted, and that seemed like the new right vision and experience of God, path for me to take to be connecting with God. And that can be a form of non-attachment. If I stayed trying to do, the first group retreat, it's called How to Love and Be Loved, and it was partner yoga and connection and establishing faster connection with people through movement, through dance, through partner dance. And the pandemic starts, we can't do that, and nobody wants to do that. I mean, there's some people who don't mind, but mostly that's not happening, and that's not something that I could probably even legally do through my business at this point. It's not necessarily a necessity. I adapted it to be an online program that people could do safely from their homes, and I have not tried to push to make that a reality in person. And I haven't thrown it away either. So I actually still keep, if you could see on my fridge there, the poster in the top middle. That's the flyer for the How to Love and Be Loved. It's one of the favorite flyers that I've ever had. It's one of the programs that I'm super excited about. So I trust that it will happen in its own time. But the other cool thing that came out of doing it online was that there's now an entire online course on how to love and be loved. And by the way, if you're curious about it, just go to howtoloveandbeloved.com. And then if you do sign up for the online course, you'll automatically get a ticket for when we do the retreat in person in the future. So it's just like a sense of even adventure can happen, or wonderment can happen. I wonder what's going to happen next. I wonder when I'll be able to do that program. I wonder if I will do it. Maybe something will change and a better idea will come along. Maybe it won't feel relevant anymore. It won't feel like the thing that people need. And if I held on to that idea when our energy and consciousness and awareness has moved beyond it, right, that would also be silly. That could also be a form of non-attachment. So there's a sense of non-attachment is going after your dreams, but also paying attention to what's actually trying to happen and adapting accordingly to that. Some of you want to share some thoughts on this, and I see Daniel on there too. Thank you so much for popping in here. Daniel knows some of that story with the How to Love and Be Loved program, but please reach out to me if there's any support that I can offer you. If you feel like you're stuck somewhere and you're not moving beyond that block, then we can talk through that and see what's really trying to happen and what can you do right now. Have a wonderful, blessed rest of your day and weekend for those of you going into the weekend. Bye-bye.